We here to talk about the Joe Budden podcast. We here to talk about Joe Budden. Because apparently, hey, this set of recordings, I ain't gonna lie, like I know I've been trying to add for a couple videos, like the little text so y'all niggas could follow along when I be reading some of this shit. Yeah, this set of recordings, hey, listen, I got some of the beats, so I'm doing these quick. Yeah, that won't be in these ones. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna throw them bitches up, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, we here to talk because Joe Budden criticized his co-host for defending Andrew Schulz over the Kendrick Lamar controversy. If you don't know the joke he made about Kendrick Lamar, like, oh, he could beat up Kendrick Lamar, da 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 da, like whatever have you, that in a jail cell, whatever the fuck that nigga was spouting and saying. He was saying some dumbass shit. He made a joke, whatever. Some people laughed, some people took it a little bit seriously. It's been a controversial joke ever since, and people have been debating on it and whatever have you, right? Joe Budden being one of those people who are not fond of the joke Andrew Schulz made. Now, me personally, I know Andrew Schulz is a comedian, and there is at a point, because we see, and again, I know it's different when Dave Chappelle does it to the LGBTQ community. By the way, y'all know what it is. I call them the alphabet community because, you know, all the letters. I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but y'all know who y'all is. But, and some of them do get outraged because they're like, yo, why are you saying that? But Dave Chappelle's like, yo, I'm a comedian. I'm going to make some jokes of some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if we do race jokes, we gonna do like some jokes like that. Like, y'all, if y'all want to get rid of one, we got to get rid of the other. And if that's the case, our niggas gonna be funny. You know, so I do stand in the fact of, yeah, now some of that shit, because it was all because of, there was a situation when he was interviewing shits and gigs on the Andrew Schulz show, and he said some black woman joke, and that's what Kendrick Lamar was referencing on a song. And basically, Andrew Schulz took some offense or whatever have you, and he made his joke, and people are like, bro, that's too far. Now, again, I know he was joking, especially, I don't know how we're bringing up that shits and gigs situation now, but I know it was a joke, but like sometimes there's jokes that just have poor taste and it didn't work and you don't have to say it again. It's fine. You just leave it alone. Also, they're bringing up like, bro, you're kind of in hip hop. You were ushered in by Charlemagne because niggas wouldn't really know of you. So how you talking like that? So anyways, Joe Budden has his rant. He talks to his co-host about it because some of his co-hosts did defend Andrew Schulz. So we're going to see exactly what happened. We just going to read this shit. But anyways. So Joe Budden disagreed with his podcast co-host when it came to dismissing certain comments as just jokes. The Joe Budden podcast took a heated turn during their latest episode. Nothing new here. I don't know if this might have been a Patreon exclusive episode, but anyways. The podcast has become a phenomenon largely because the panel of hosts butt heads and disagree over an array of topics. Andrew Schultz's jokes about Kendrick Lamar came up, and the hosts Ice and Imani felt that it was acceptable. Sorry, I was about to say applicable. You know what word I'm saying. I got a third grade reading level. I probably have a lisp, so I can't speak properly. But anyways, acceptable for Schulz to poke fun at the rapper. Joe Budden could not have disagreed more and felt it was in poor taste to excuse the comedian's comments about assaulting Lamar. Also, we do have to keep in mind, and no disrespect to Joe, Joe and Andrew have had a little bit of a beef from before. Ever since that one episode, I don't know if it was like 2016, 2017 when Charlemagne came to do Joe's podcast, they've had a little bit of a beef. Okay, so that also might play into it. As much as, yes, Joe be critiquing Drake, I always say, yo, y'all niggas don't fuck with each other. A little bit of that is in that commentary. Maybe he tries to say he's unbiased, but a little bit of that, whatever issues you have with that nigga, does come out when you speak about him. I always say that. But anyways, with that being said, not only that, but the ex-rapper felt that Schulz is the last person who should be targeting Lamar. Ice and Imani were of the opinion that Schulz should have not criticized because he jokes about all walks of life. Should not be criticized, sorry. Because he jokes about all walks of life. He targets every ethnic group, and that's what I was basically saying. Like, bro, you target every ethnic group, you talk about all this, like, you know what I'm saying? You a comedian, that's what you do. So in their estimation, barbs aimed at Kendrick Lamar were fair. Joe Budden came in hot with his rebuttal. Quote from Joe Budden. I'm not gonna scream. That nigga be screaming and the vein be coming at the top of his bald head. I can't be doing that shit. I don't know how the fuck he does it. I don't know if that nigga has high cholesterol, high blood pressure, or high diabetes. He got something. Okay? Shit, Mel might be right. That nigga might have to take the Zempi, you know what I'm saying? Pop that shit like a perk. You hear me? Shit, just tell him it tastes just like angel dust. He'll be straight. I'm joking. Okay. Enough of my insensitive jokes. Let's get to this shit. This joke. I'm not letting ICE do that. Budden stated. I'm not letting you do that. Come on. Is you or no? Come on, ish. Wait. Come on. Shit on this one. Comment. I don't know. They started. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to say. ICE blaked at the insult and accused his co-host of being hypocritical when it came to excusing certain people and not others. We pick and choose. Factual. I ain't gonna lie, niggas do pick and choose. We pick and choose. ICE alleged. We do not like somebody, will apply a rule to them. Joe Budden failed to rebuke ICE's point. Instead, he went on to say that Schulz in particular is on thin ice when it comes to targeting black celebrities. It's not just people dislike Schulz, Budden explained. A lot of people feel like he should be the last one to do any racial negative black humor because of his entire way, his entryway, his affiliation, the jokes that he makes in stand-up that are black culture leaning. Joe Budden also rebuked, that's crazy, rebuked in 2025. I rebuke you. Anyway, the ICE and Imani defense with reference to Schultz's previous stand-up specials. The podcaster felt that Schultz showcased tact when it came to targeting other groups of people. The delicateness in which he says some of them Jewish jokes is not the same as he tells them effing black jokes, Budden added. Schultz's comments about Kendrick Lamar may be a year old. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been a while. But the comedian is still being called upon to defend them. He was recently asked about the controversy during an appearance on The Breakfast Club. He made it clear that he stood by what he said. People made that ish racism so fast, he said. I'm just saying he's little. He's itty bitty. So why is he telling people he's gonna, unalive my friends? Bro, this shit just went out of proportion. Out of proportion. It went too far. I just don't understand. We know Joe don't like the nigga, so Joe gonna talk his shit. We all know that. And sometimes Joe, his little tonality, he turned up for the podcast. So again, it is what it is. But I will say this, bro. We'll see exactly what happens with this little situation. Again, I do kind of agree with Ice and Imani at this point. Because it's we picking and choosing. Because he can't do that, but other comedians can do whatever they have. Now, yes, maybe he should have a little bit more grace and a little bit more tact when he's handling those type of topics. Fair enough. But even still, Andrew Schulz is a comedian. I'm not saying we excuse him all the way, but we have to have some leniency. He's a comedian. They do this. We're gonna act like no comedians have done no racial jokes. They have shit at this point, LGBTQIA jokes. They have. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit here and act like holier than thou, but we can pick and choose. If we gonna do it to him, we gotta kind of have to do it to everybody. Now, like I said, Joe and Schultz have their previous shit, so that probably as well is a factor as well. So we'll see exactly what goes on with this little shit. But what do y'all think about it? Comments down below, links in the description. I think Andrew Schultz responded, so we'll talk about that as well. But anyways, it's our friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Black TJ did while I'm doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe. You try to hit a little bit more there. And I'm gone. Slam Zoom. Peace out, guys. Aye.